It's your boy Legacy Line, the bacano that tú sabes, here with another war video. So without further ado, we're just gonna go ahead and just dive into it. So this first fight is up to against a nihilist. We have Spite, Spite and Unstoppable, and it's not the easiest fights with other characters, but with Quake is a simple parry method. You just parry as you go. You're gonna heal from the debuffs that the nihilist puts on you, so the block damage practically doesn't even matter, unless it's like Siphon, and then the block damage is probably gonna hurt a little bit, but still, it's still simple. You just go ahead and you just parry method through it. Not every parry is gonna stun him, so you just got to be careful with those parries that don't stun, and just keep on keeping in the loop of parry heavy. And it's, like I said, it ain't that hard. You just go in there and just keep up this rotation just like this. And without much fuss, I'm still at a full yellow bar because it is 2 debuffs that keep healing me, and he's going to go down within a minute. Very simple fight, very easy, somewhat decent placement, but with Quake, who cares? The second fight we have is against this Havoc on Spite and Aspect of War. It's a fairly annoying fight. I've messed up in the past with it because, you know, with your armor buff from Warlock, you're going to constantly be giving him power. So what I do here is you want to block a lot, because Havoc's attacks aren't contact based, so he's gonna power drain every time he hits into your block with his non-contact based attacks, which is heavy, medium. Well, you ain't gonna get hit with a medium, but the mediums, no, you're gonna it's the mediums that aren't contact based. The heavies are the ones you're gonna get hit by. But with the infection, as long as he doesn't have willpower disabled, you're gonna power drain him when you apply armor breaks from the special 2. So that placement's pretty good. Warlock can handle it, but if you are gonna place Warlock there, you don't want willpower. Willpower is gonna work against you every single time. Now against this fight, we got Black Widow and Viger. I've had trouble with this node before, especially with a Taskmaster. I actually timed out. It wasn't the funnest thing in the world. But Clairvoyant with class advantage, and it's just easy. It's not hard at all. She'll be down before any of her Vigors ever trigger and stuff. So like you can see with one set of aftershocks and one heavy, she's at 50%. I shouldn't have let go of that heavy. That was actually by accident. But it happens, whatever. As long as there's no harm, then there's no foul. So with 3 aftershocks, she's done. I never triggered flow because I didn't crit, so it never became a problem. If any of my hits would have crit, it would have been a problem, a small problem. Now we got this Dark Hawk on Buffet. It's not. I forgot to record it when I was coming into it. As soon as I had pressed fight is when I remembered to record. That's why you got that cut off where I just roll into the fight. Now here was interesting. With Stand Your Ground, I parried his heavy. That was very, very fun. But most champions on Buffet is going to be fairly simple with Quake. She doesn't even really care about it. Even with Doom is going to apply that shock on that first dex that is nullified from Buffet, but it's a short shock. You play the distance game, get another dexterity in there, and it's easy peasy. This next one is Guillotine 2099 on Buffet. It is the same concept. You just want to get that. I had an issue getting the first dex up. See right here, like the timing was off, or the spacing. But right here, it was, you know, I got it on, and after this, it's just simple quaking. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, you know. she has a very, very small health pool. It's one of the smallest in the game. Not the smallest, but one of the smallest in the game. So it's be over pretty quickly. I'm boosted pretty well into, I like to make sure my fights end quick. I don't like to be in there because the longer you're in with Quake, the higher the chance that you're gonna make a mistake and get slapped by something that you don't want to get slapped by. Uh, and like that, hit her regen never triggers because of concussion. So with like that, it's easy peasy lemon squeezy. One minute she's gone, just like most Quake fights, as long as it's a reasonable fight. Here, Warlock on this node is a decent placement. With most other champions, is going to be hard. Guillotine 2099 can actually do this very well. But most champs are going to struggle against Warlock here. There actually isn't too many viable options against him. Quake is the best option. If you have a good Quaker, if you can afford to put a Quaker there, that's just the best option because she's flow. If you crit in debuff immune, you can't go past one special or a special one bar of power. So the best thing that you can do is either Quake it or Guillotine 2099 it with a soul. You want to make sure that she picks up a soul before she gets to this fight so that her she starts with 100 hits on her combo meter, and then you can just slap this Warlock up. But like I said, Quake just easy peasy lemon squeezy. There's nothing to it. Just keep your distance. I didn't even heal because I knew I wouldn't get hit. And like pretty much every fight here, he's, within a minute he's gone. He was a little bit past a minute, but it ain't that big a deal. There's a minute and 10 seconds, he's out. And then we move on to our next set of minis. I won't be taking any of those clairvoyants. Best things for those clairvoyants are Omega Red, and you just sit in the corner and you evade special or evade heavies. So I wait a little bit for my partner to unlink me, and then I go into this Nihilist. Now with this Nihilist, I'm gonna do the same thing that I'm gonna do Quake Fu, Quake and Shake, not get hit. But on certain occasions, as you're gonna see, I do parry on purpose. The reason for it is because I want to heal off the debuffs that he puts on. So right now, you saw I started at about 91%. While boosted with, I got max coagulate. The bleed takes off about, 6%-ish, give or take a percent. So to recover some of that lost health, because I don't want to use a health potion, I haven't used the health potion all war, I go ahead and I'm going to start parrying after this aftershock, I believe. Drop a little heavy there, get a little bit of extra damage in there. There you go. I start parrying. I'm gonna parry every couple of evades. You gotta watch when your concussion is up, because when you're using Quake, if your concussion is up, you're gonna automatically evade. So if you don't pay attention and you're trying to do parry style, you're gonna get slapped in the face. So it's not, it was one of the harder things for me to learn when I first learned Quake is the parry style, because of that concussion that lingers after the aftershock. But like I said, I started with 91%, I ended up with 91% due to the debuffs. If I'd have parried more, I would have got more off it, but it's not necessary. 91% was the worst that could happen, right? And then we got another Warlock. So I had 2 Warlocks, 2 Annihilists. It's a fun game, fun time. This one is same thing. You just go hit the back, get to your corner, sit there, ignore his whole existence. He's gonna try to hit you. As long as you're proficient with Quake, he's never gonna land a hit. He actually does land a hit at the very end, because I got cocky and I was like, okay, he's dead, so I'm just gonna let go of the button, let go of anything. I'm just gonna stand there. And he didn't quite die fast enough, and he slapped the hell out of me. But it was no big deal. So as you can see, this one is debuff immune, so you're not gonna get that concussion. So you'll never auto evade. It's all you on this one. takes a few. This is one of these top minis have a little bit bulkier health, so it takes a little bit to take them down. But it doesn't take that long. He'll be down in about a minute and 45 seconds, give or take. He's trying to hit me. He's trying, but it ain't gonna work. So we got a minute and 45 seconds in. He's at 25%. Or a minute and 25 seconds in, and he's at 25%. So he's going down fairly quickly. I would never be in danger of timing out. Even if I'd have boosted a little lighter, rank 5 or a 5-star, you could probably not boost and be suicideless, and you would probably likely not time out. I wouldn't recommend it because, like I said, the longer you're quaking, the higher the chance for you to mess up. As you saw right there, I got slapped at the end, but it happens. Now, this fight was actually fairly interesting. Warlock is by no means the best counter to a Mr. Sinister boss. I'm boosted pretty heavy for the minis because they have bulkier health. And I like to make sure I get through them quickly, especially because I do these fights right after work, and I'm pretty tired, so I like to go as fast as I can. I was looking for a 12% special boost for tech, and I didn't find it because I ran out. So I was just like, okay, we'll just roll with it. Now, what I did not know going into this fight, call me a noob if you will, is that infections last, they expire quicker based on unique buffs that the opponent has. As you can see, that this Mr. Sinister has 4 unique buffs, and so even with the cable synergy, my infections are going off real quickly, and I'm at this point in the fight, I was kind of contemplating how this would play out. My damage is subpar. He's not throwing these special ones, even though I'm trying to bait them. I'm trying to bait them for the life of me, and he just will not throw them for most of the part. And I was parrying the last part of his special one so that I could remove those power gains. He has willpower there, so he's losing power. I messed up there. That wasn't on purpose, and it almost cost me the solo. But as you'll see, you know, with the new flow, you just need to parry, or you need to do a well-timed block. It doesn't even need to stun him, so that works in your favor. I take so many special 2s to the block because I just can't control that power efficiently. I was about a minute and 30 seconds in here, and he is still over 50%. I'm like, okay, I'm definitely about to time out here. Void is by far the best option for Mr. Sinister boss with Flow Global, with a Power Start 1. It would have been easy. It would have been done in about a minute and 30 seconds. But I wanted to try a Warlock because I felt like it would be fun. And it was definitely an interesting fight. Didn't go all that well planned. As you can see, he's just getting to special 2 after special 2. I'm having a very difficult time controlling his power and keeping infections up. At this point, he has 12, 13, 14 unique buffs up. My infections are just blown away. As you can see, that infection right there lasted about 6 seconds. Just barely enough time for me to get in that special 2. Right here, you know, as you can see, I'm still having trouble getting his power under control. I'm about to die myself. He's, you know, starting to cooperate a little more, but just not to the degree that I needed him to. This last special 2, I thought it was over. I was able to dodge the last part. Now he gets to special 2 again, and the intercept at the very end, very lucky. And this was even luckier. Got him 1%, finished. I never thought I was going to do it. I thought I was going to time out. But as you saw, like, follow, subscribe, brother.